That was the best burger I've ever had in Dubai, and it came from a floating restaurant. The best burger.
The boat was moving, and then we look over, and there's this floating restaurant that says burgers and lobster. And we're like, it's a dream. Welcome, everybody, to Freedom Fridays.
Welcome.
We don't need to sing the jingle anymore because you know what we have?
What do we have?
have a jingle. We haven't heard it yet. Don't worry, but there's a jingle. Okay, a real jingle.
Oh,
shit. Professional
Cue
jingle.
the jingle.
Cue the jingle. The jingle's already been cued. Yeah,
okay.
Don't worry about it.
This is episode 4, right?
Episode 4 of Freedom
Take
Fridays.
me home.
We are your hosts, Austin, Josh, and Will. And
happy to be here.
If you don't know us, we are the 3 co-founders and best mates behind Freedom Club, Australia's fastest growing e-commerce education community, helping Aussies get freedom with e-com. But look, we're not here to talk about that today. We're here to just talk for 20 minutes, have some fun, share some stories, get to know us a little bit better. Who are the guys behind all of this? What are they up to? What are they doing back there?
Jeez, what an intro.
Wow.
He's been practicing in the mirror.
What can I say? Random question of the day. We're not going to waste any time.
Well,
if you had to go on MasterChef, zero prep, you go on a MasterChef, what's the one dish you'd gamble your life on? What are you cooking for the judges?
See, do you go something that's like really exclusive?
Hold on.
Something that's easy?
Gamble your life to find that, because Will
Okay,
could
you
cook
gotta get-
something with nuts, and that would be gambling his life.
Whoa, dude, now everyone knows my kryptonite.
No noche. No noche.
Is it to win? Gamble your life against winning
Yeah, you got to
or
get
dying.
Yeah, right. If you don't win, you die.
No, if you get let's say over a 7 as a score,
You live.
No, over an 8 has to be really good. Then you live.
Okay, are you guys in the judging panel? Because I would do a nut crusted lamb roast.
You've just killed one of the judges.
So that would.
God, and co-founders. Okay. Oh,
Okay.
you're a good cook too. All right.
Nut crusted lamb. Interesting.
Yeah, pistachio.
Oh, God.
You know how Will feels about pistachios.
I'll mix it up. I'll change it.
Okay, I would do a prawn, zucchini, and cherry tomato fettuccine. That's what I would do.
A bit of fettuccine.
Yeah, it's like
Wow.
it's like a fresh tomatoey fettuccine with a bit of
Okay.
chili. I can pull that off. Al dente, is that how you say the pasta when it's a little bit?
Perfect. All right, I won't do the nuts. So I would do
Appreciate that.
probably an eye fillet or a ribeye served on top of a potato mash with celeriac and potato mash with a red wine shoe. That would be me.
Yappa. Cook all this, bro. Come on, man.
Let's hear it.
He's a chef. Was a chef.
What would you do?
I don't want to be a simple boy.
Sorry, you can't forget the
Bro,
chard.
your answer is
chard
your
greens.
answer, man.
My answer's. I'm cooking a steak and veggies. All right. And I'm going to do them so well that it just feels like you're at home eating. I don't
And what
care.
veggies?
You
What?
change your answer. You're doing nut crusted lamb.
I picked that. So
Too late.
You can't pick the same thing.
Well, I mean, at
Scrambled
least
eggs.
it's easier to compare. Yeah. What's the veggies in the steak? All right, let's just move on.
Scrambled
Great order.
eggs. Let's go.
We have to do this eventually and actually do a competition, and hopefully don't
Yeah.
die though. But
Cooking show on the channel.
That would be so great.
That would be funny. It's
Instead
like
of the
MasterChef
podcast,
style.
it's us chatting on a kitchen bench.
Yeah, and we just slip nuts in Will's cooking.
wow, really copping it today.
Yeah.
Lad.
Okay, now we're going to talk about, normally this is the segment where we talk about crazy comments and we open up our Instagram and we talk about some pretty harsh things that we get on our feed.
He walked in today with just some new confidence, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'm ready. Episode 4.
yeah.
The game is on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you guys received any comments over the past week that have hit you a little bit in the feels? Maybe got you thinking, questioning your life decisions?
Over the last week.
Last week.
I mean, the last week I don't know if we've actually spoken about scammer before. I know it's common, but I had this guy go out of his way. So he spammed scammer on like a few things. I saw him on a few ads. Then he messages me and just starts sending voice notes saying like, you go die, you're a scammer, you're a piece of shit, beep, beep, beep. Anyway. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to respond with love. I'm going to diffuse this situation. So I sent him a voice note back, said, look, mate, super unnecessary. You don't know anything about what we do. Just tone it down a notch. And he just starts going so angry and attacking me. And I'm like, yeah, nah, not worth it. But anyway,
I think.
Rough.
yeah, it was hectic.
Well, I've got one. You actually picked up on this one. So I did a giveaway on TikTok, and the lady who won, I messaged her on TikTok, and she didn't open it. went to request, but she started commenting on everything, like all Freedom's posts, all of my posts. And I was just like, chill. It's like, I've messaged you haven't responded. Another one that I get a lot is turkey teeth.
You don't, but
Turkey
you don't.
teeth?
You've got your teeth are natural, perfect.
I
They're
know.
not even.
Turkey.
No, but these are his. But turkey teeth are like
Veneers,
veneers.
yeah.
These
Yeah.
are his natural teeth.
They're my, all 3 cameras, they're my natural teeth.
Yeah,
No.
you even
But
try
isn't
looking
that, isn't that a big
Even try to
compliment?
look at that camera. Yeah.
The teeth
Turkey
are that good, they think you went to Turkey.
Okay,
Like, that's a blessing.
Yeah.
we'll take it as a compliment. But
You both have really nice teeth. Beautiful smiles.
we just got his fix from a comment 2 years ago.
yeah,
It's true.
from the other episode. Yeah, episode.
Comments change lives, people. Comments change lives.
What about you, Austin?
Well, the big one is just, I think look, I forgot some rough ones. Let's stop talking about rough ones, okay? It's just the misunderstanding.
Okay.
The MLM, the pyramid scheme, all that. Now, can we just clarify what some of these things are? Because you can do a quick Google search and understand what that means, any of those terms. For it to be any of these things, look, generally involves an affiliate program of some kind. It involves people recruiting people. And it involves, a bunch of other bad things. And when you look at what we do, I think people see the first 3 seconds. And look, bear in mind, I take it as feedback. Like if we're speaking an ad and then the first 3 seconds, they instantly associate us with everyone else, we're probably not doing the best job in that first 3 seconds. No matter how authentic we try and be, it's tough sometimes. It's a tough thing. Ads, like you're testing yourself. You're trying to send the right message. So I think some of them, look, I don't get snarky in the comments. I try not to. Sometimes I'm frustrated when I reply to comments and I don't give it back. Like I'm not mean.
You play the game.
I play the game.
Yeah, you
like
answer
if they
the
call
chat.
me names, I'm not going to dish it back and call them names. I'm not like that. But
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, what do you want about? Did you even watch the ad? How's your
Yeah.
attention span?
You've
Like,
got to.
yeah, you got to fight for yourself sometimes in the comments.
You know what I think happens as well? Like people just see our faces. They've probably already seen so many ads and they don't even watch the ads moving forward. They just see our faces, boom, comment section. I don't know.
Just annoyed, I guess. But it is what it is. And I like it. I reply to the comments. It's like my doom scrolling, I guess. I still doom scroll, don't get me wrong. But this is like on top of that.
But you know what though? Just the pyramid scheme one. We're so far from a pyramid scheme. Do people actually know what a pyramid scheme is?
I don't think so. It's where
Do you
you're
know what it
making
is?
money. Well, you're always making money from everyone below
From
you.
hiring people below you. But it's like it's an independent program. People just do their own thing. There's
Yeah.
nothing.
So like I recruit you guys and you guys go out and recruit others. Everyone that you recruit feeds money back to you, which feeds money back to me. So the people at the top always make.
But it doesn't even make sense because we're the only ones who are ever bringing people into the Freedom Club. So how it's not like
No.
there's
Yeah.
other people bringing in anyway.
Is what it is, I guess. And I guess with all of our content, we've tried since day one to be open and honest about how it all works, about our offering, free on the front end, just give people so much value that they're just like, I love these guys.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to do, over deliver.
I still think we should go to Egypt and do a real pyramid scheme hook and show people what pyramids actually are.
Just go to a pyramid. Crazy ideas. I love it. Okay. Highlight moment from the week. Segue. Highlight moment. What's been going on the past week? What's something you want to share with everyone? Something fun that's happened, something new that you've learned.
I've got one that I could hit both of them with.
Yeah? Hit it.
So highlight of the week was going on the boat yesterday afternoon for the sunset. And something that I learned while being on that boat was that was the best burger I've ever had in Dubai. And it came from a floating restaurant. The best burger.
The boat was moving. And then we look over and there's this floating restaurant that says burgers and lobster. And we're like, it's a dream.
Yeah.
Was
This
the
is
lobster
magical.
actually on the burger?
No. I'm telling you, you know how you like a double cheesy, no complications?
Oh my God, yeah.
The bomb. It would be like getting that in a restaurant.
Did you get no complications?
I had some complications.
Yeah,
I did have the complications.
Okay.
But you can imagine, I let Austin have a bite of it.
Oh, amazing.
Full
Amazing.
cheeseburger
For a
taste.
floating restaurant.
Yeah.
Like they're doing this in the kitchen.
What are complications?
that.
Pickles?
Yeah.
And
so,
sauce.
Yeah, complications are basically, onion, pickles, the salad or the sauce. So no complications for a cheeseburger. It's just like cheese and meat and buns. That's
Okay.
The essentials.
Or
Yeah, I had ketchup, mustard, pickles. There was also onion, I think.
Okay, so complications.
All of them.
You got a bit
yeah, so-
complicated.
yeah.
He didn't exclude anything.
But it tasted good, man. That's all that matters.
So there you go. Floating
Best in Dubai.
restaurants are the play. Will, how about you?
I mean, I went dancing last night. That was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
You
What
know?
kind of music was it?
Bro, I don't even know what like the genres are called, but I just know that my hips were moving
Mm-hmm.
and shoulders were moving and
Oh,
I felt nice. It was
the
cool.
double.
Where did you dance?
Bro, I don't know what it was called, but It was just, I feel like dancing's just a nice little release here and there, you know? Nice little, but yeah, that's really it. That's all I've got right now. What was it? Was a highlight and
Or just something that you've come up with the past week that you wanted to share with everybody.
that's all I've got for now, man. I know it's pretty dry, but what do you got, Austin?
Oh, that's good. I like it. One thing that's come up for me is on the car ride here, I realized I've been pronouncing something wrong ever since I moved to Dubai. It's not shake. It's shach. And we asked the driver, what does that mean? And now we know, and it's cool. It's someone in a high position who is respected.
Yeah.
That's essentially the summary. And I was like, and then he on the way out said, if he respected us, he'd call us shach. I thought that was very endearing.
Okay, but I don't think shake is incorrect. I think it's just like how English would say shake.
Yeah.
But like that's probably like the Arabic pronunciation, is it?
But I thought it was either royal or government, but it's not. It's just if you're a respected person. Like that's the most respectful title.
It's not like the thing where you can buy some land in Scotland and then become a lord. It's not like that, right?
No. Or
it would be a lot more expensive, but probably.
You think so?
Well, you could buy a shitload of land here, and people would probably
expensive
respect
land,
it. Yeah.
reclaimed land in the ocean.
I am now
on the palm or something.
Sure.
So I like
there
that.
was one moment where did he call us a sheikh, I think?
I think he said, maybe if you did these things, I would.
He actually did position it in that way.
Yeah, which
He
I thought was
protected
cool.
himself.
Learning about Dubai more and more.
Okay.
And this is something that I didn't know and since I first came here. So
Here we go.
little positives.
There you
Highlight
go,
from the
mate.
week. Highlight from the week. Okay, student of the week. This is the fun part of every episode where we highlight a student success story. Someone that's been chipping away behind the scenes in private and we see what you do. Shout out this week goes to Luke and Joel. Luke and Joel. Oh, where do I start with those guys? They've been on the grind. They've tried products. They've stuck with it. Like the energy they brought to it. We met them in Melbourne at the event.
Nicest guys ever.
These guys, even though they'd had a few failed products, just the energy they had, they knew they were going to make it work.
Yeah.
And when you see that, you just know that if it's not the next one, it'll be the one after. If you know they just stick with it, they got it. And so Joel and Luke, they posted a screenshot again.
There are goosebumps. They tried like 15, no joke, 13 or 15 products or something.
Yeah, they've had stores with like multiple tests, trying to see what works. They kept going, kept pushing, didn't give up, learned so much, and they've hit blue. They've hit blue.
Guys, insane effort. No, I remember them telling me how many products they tried. By the way, you don't always need to try 10 products, but sometimes it can be a drawn out journey.
Yeah, blue.
30K a month in profit. 30K a month in profit. And one of the screenshots they shared is a $1,500 day in profit.
God bless
crazy.
them. Oh. Genuinely deserve it, but the nicest guys ever.
Go boys.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow.
So shout out to Joel and Luke for sticking with it, being there. They rock up to the calls. They're consistent. They put in the hours and they always talked about it, even at the event.
Yeah.
Like they know what's going to happen. It's just how quickly.
Yeah.
And
they're two brothers, by the way. Yeah.
The brothers, the tag team, the iconic duo. So shout out to them. Now we're going to wrap up today's episode with some sauce. Generally, ecom could be life sauce though. Last time, I think it was last episode or the episode before, Josh actually gave us, some cooking sauce or food related sauce. But let's stick with ecom maybe. Or life.
Okay. I should really pre-think the sauce.
No, the whole point is like top of mind. What's going on this week? Sauce, what's coming?
Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking. Anyone got something? I want to go ecom sauce though.
Yeah.
Oh, I can hit the people with some ecom sauce. Not hit them, present it to them in a beautiful way. On a gold platter.
Yeah, hit's a bit
aggressive. That's a bit aggressive. Ecom sauce. Email marketing. Most people think it needs to be really well designed. Beautiful. Graphics, a couple of photos of the product, beautifully formatted text, everything. What I've been running an experiment recently where I was struggling to send emails for brands that I was running. And I was like, look, I don't want to hire another agency. I've worked with them over and over. And yeah, they're good. They get good results. But I'm like, it's just not doing much. Not big of an impact. So I said, you know what? I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes and I have to write an email and send it out. Done. So what I ended up doing was plain text. Short lines, line break in between. Looks like it's just written casually, which it was. I just sat down and wrote it. Sent it out. Produced like double, 2.5 times the revenue that the other ones produced.
Wow.
So people overcomplicate and they think their emails need to be complex.
Complications.
And now complications. You just need no complications. So I've been telling students now, just do that. I say, how many emails are you sending? They say, one a week. I'm like, let's send 2 a week at least. So they say 1 every 2 weeks. Let's do 2 a week at least. Just write them plain.
Just quickly, I have a brand name for the strategy. It could be the cheeseburger email marketing strategy?
The Will's cheeseburger email marketing strategy.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Because other people have complications, brother.
It's true.
This is true. So that's my ecom source for the week.
Okay. I've got some ecom source.
Ecom source as well.
Yeah. Okay. So so obviously at first you initially like launch your brand, create your brand, and then your niche, then your brand, and then you're finding products that align. I think that I was speaking to someone actually this week about it. The more broad you make your brand, like when you pick your niche, then rather than having to rebuild your brand and your website, you can try multiple products in that niche. So some people sometimes make their store almost too specific to their product. And then if, God forbid, that product doesn't work, they have to just create their whole website and brand again. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes you have to do that anyway. But if you can create like a really sexy brand that's quite broad, it just saves a bit of time when you're trialing different products. And I just had that conversation this week. So it's just
hybrid stores.
Yeah.
Hybrid stores.
Yeah. That's right.
My source would be when you're looking for your niche or you're trying to find your product, start by looking for the audience. And again, finding someone that's a broad audience, and then find a common problem that they all have. And then that way you can kind of solve that problem with your product. It'll make it a lot easier when you're looking for the product because you'll know what you're looking for.
Summary of those two sources is look for a problem. Don't just try and find a product that, this looks cool. People are buying it.
Yeah.
Yes. But if it solves a problem, it's going to be evergreen. It's going to stick around. The problem doesn't go away.
Can you summarize our source?
I summarized the source. I ChatGPT synthesized that. All right. It's done.
Mixed our
Good point.
sauce.
Yeah, he mixed it.
Well, that
Good point, man.
wraps
Good point.
up Freedom Fridays. Hopefully you've all enjoyed.
Yeah.
It's been a good episode. That's a wrap.
See you next week, I guess.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom.